So today's video is basically titled, Are we minimalists or are we just weirdos? The minimalists, they came up with a new, if you haven't heard of them, look it up, The Minimalists. They came up with their second documentary on Netflix called Less Is Now. And if you saw the first documentary, they're very similar. This isn't a review of the documentaries, but very similar with some kind of updated information on the economy and consumer choices and how that message has affected other people. And that first documentary definitely has had an effect on our lives. Just kind of like we're already kind of living that way, but I'm not. That's not the point of this video. So it just got me thinking about minimalism and how we live our lives, and like would I consider myself like a minimalist? And I think yes, I definitely think so. And I'm gonna show you a lot of clips of my home, just kind of like slow pans, and just like this is our home. This is what we own. We don't have a storage unit anywhere, and it's just like, am I? Maybe not even just. I said we at first. Maybe not even we. Just because then I'm including my wife and two kids. One's an infant, one's a 2-year-old. They really don't have any choice in how they live. So I'll just say me. I'll just say I for the purposes of this video. But I've always been kind of different. I've always been ridiculed. Not always. Ridiculed, made fun of. Sometimes in like a good way, sometimes in a bad way, hurtful way. Just for being a little bit different, thinking about things, thinking about how much things cost, and why would you buy that if you don't need it. I've always been that way. I was made fun of for being that way when I was like in 3rd grade. Weird, but minimalism to me, it's like duh. It's like if you want to have more money, more time, don't spend as much money, don't waste as much time doing things you don't want to do. So. Question is, am I a minimalist or just a weirdo? And I say that in the nicest sense, just because, like a weirdo. Like for instance, I have one, and this is kind of what got me the whole thing about this process. Like, am I like a super minimalist or just like, I don't know, a weirdo? Like I have one pair of jeans that I wear every day. One pair. Now I have other pairs of pants. I have like dress pants that go with suits, but not something you would wear everyday life. I have one pair of jeans that I've had for over a year. That in fact my wife just sewed up for me because they were starting to develop holes, and it's like I probably need to buy a new pair of jeans. But just like looking at all the clothes I wear, I keep in a dresser. Now it's a pretty big size dresser, but it's just a dresser. And the drawers aren't stuff; they just have. First drawer has underwear and socks and a couple of miscellaneous things. Second drawer has like t-shirts that I wear every day. Third drawer has long sleeve shirts, warmer clothes for like winter. Fourth drawer has workout clothes like my shorts and shirts. And then the fourth drawer is just like, it's where I keep my computer bag and the binocular bag, just like a miscellaneous bag. And that's my clothes. Those are my clothes. And yes, I do have some clothes downstairs in our storage room that I'll swap out occasionally. Like during the summertime, I'll put the cold clothes away and get out more of my short sleeve shirts. I have one pair of like dress shorts, like khaki shorts that I use a belt with, that I've had since 2013. The zipper's broke, but I made it work. I mean, you look around my house, my garage. The garage right now is my wife is pursuing her career. She's at work right now, and so her car's out. So my kids are both at nap. I just picked my son up from school, and I'm charging my car, and it's parked in the middle of the garage. But that garage holds both of our cars, my motorcycle, and then our things that are in the garage. And as you can see, it's not that many. I mean, there's a lot of things, but like we use everything in there, and there's nothing superfluous. Or our attic, there's just some boxes that we had when we moved. It's not filled. You look at our house and our kitchen, and yes, I did dishes before I recorded this video, and I cleaned up a little bit, but I didn't like put a bunch of stuff away. Like this is just how our house looks. Our bedroom's nothing special. It's the same bed we've had since 2012. Same mattress. I mean, it's our master bathroom that we have is essentially just what you need. It's got a sink, a toilet, and a bathtub. Our basement's pretty much open. You know, there's not our shed and barn outside. There's some things in there, but they're not full. It's just, to me, it's just the whole minimalism thing. It's just like it's such a duh thing. Like, if you're in debt, stop spending money and pay off that debt. Like, it's just obvious, right? Like, they said in that documentary that the average American household has, has $15,000 or $16,000 in credit card debt. The only debt that me and my wife have is the mortgage debt. Like, I have like $212 on my credit card that I just spent on to renew my 6-month insurance term for the Prius, but that I just put that on there. I'm gonna pay it off before any interest is due, so I don't really consider that debt. My wife doesn't have any credit card debt right now, which is nice. So I just don't get it. I don't get it. Why it's we have to have a 2 documentaries, and it has to be labeled as something rather than just living within your means. So yeah, I guess in conclusion, like, I am kind of a weirdo. I always have thought differently. It's why I have an electric motorcycle, an electric car, and solar panels on my house. And we try to be conscious about what we buy, because money does not grow on trees, and you don't go into debt over something you don't need. That's my little rant. That's what's on my mind. I've kind of gotten off my video schedule. I'm just the holidays, and sometimes when I'm not in a good mood, I don't want to throw something out there that's not good, at least a little bit thought through. Just like, I don't want to be like, oh, all negative sometimes, like I am in my videos, like, probably this seems negative. I wanted to get something out there that I've been thinking about. Thank you to all my new subscribers. Let me know what you want to see. As much as I would love to buy like a Model X or a Tesla and make videos about that, I'm not going to spend $50, $60, $70, $80,000 on a new car when I have 2 perfectly good cars that are essentially paying for themselves now because there's no debt and they're very efficient. And right now in my life, it's winter time. I have a lot of projects I want to do outside, but they all involve like planting trees and growing things and landscaping type things, and I'm just not going to do them in the middle of January. So yeah, that's my video, and thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.